Hello everyone. This is Ma'am Neri once again and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, we shall discuss Personal Development Module 27, Career Options based on career development concepts and personal life goals. For more related videos, please do check my YT homepage. After going through this module, you are expected to identify career options based on different factors, career development concepts, and personal life goals. Before we continue, let us answer the multiple choice test to check on your prior knowledge about the lesson. Now, choose the letter of the best answer. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. 1. One of the reasons that students are guided in their career goals at the secondary level is to ensure that they would contribute to the blank force of the country later on. A. Employment, B. Unemployment, C. Mismatch, D. Underemployment. 2. It is a career development concept that discusses the relationship between a person's age/life stage and career stage. A. Bandura's social cognitive theory, B. Super's career development theory, C. Holland's theory of vocational choice, D. Rowe's subsequent development theory. 3. It includes the wants and hobbies of a person, which can be effectively used in identifying a career option. A. Aptitudes, B. Interests, C. Work values, D. Personality types. 4. When an employee is dissatisfied with his or her career, he or she may sooner be frustrated and lose his/her motivation. A. True, B. False. 5. Upbringing, external influences, and biases are aspects of this factor in career development. A. Academic, B. Personal, C. Familial, D. Spiritual. 6. In January 2020, there was a sudden lowering in the employment rate in the country according to the Philippine Statistics Authority. A. True, B. False. 7. In ENFP personality type code, P stands for A. Perceptive, B. Perceiving, C. Perception, D. Perceive. 8. In employment, the term is used when employees leave the company or institution is called A. Resignment rate, B. Unemployment rate, C. Turnover rate, D. Productivity rate. 9. Respect for others belongs to which factor in choosing a career? A. Work values, B. Personality type, C. Aptitudes, D. Interests. 10. This refers to the educational influences a person might consider in choosing the desired career path. A. Spiritual, B. Academic, C. Familial, D. Personal. 11. DepEd Memorandum No. 149, Series 2011 outlines the career pathways that students may take in secondary. If a student is athletically inclined and has a big potential in a sporting event, which career pathway is he or she probably taking in senior high school? A. Special program in journalism, B. Special program in foreign language, C. Special program in the arts, D. Special program in sports. 12. Identify the statement that is untrue about career planning. A. In order to choose the correct career, a student must consult personal considerations. B. In order to choose the correct career, a student must not consult personal considerations. C. In order to choose the correct career, a student must visit personal considerations. D. In order to choose the correct career, a student must not avoid personal considerations. 13. Pedro finds himself spontaneous and flexible when it comes to developing his career. He accomplishes tasks smoothly and he adjusts himself in achieving outstanding performance in every task he is given with. According to personality types factors, what could be a weakness of Pedro in career development? A. Pedro may not finish his tasks on time. B. Pedro may easily quit his work. C. Pedro may not see possible hindrances in the future. D. Pedro may lose his interest in his work soon. 14. Joanna has always been wanting to become an animal doctor since she was a child. Growing up, her interests, hobbies, and experiences were all aligned to becoming a doctor. However, because her family lacks the means to bring her to a medical school and college, she instead decided to take education as a course. According to Holland's theory of vocational choice, what may happen to Joanna afterward? A. Joanna may perform well in being a teacher. B. Joanna may poorly perform in her chosen career. C. Joanna may become an outstanding teacher. D. Joanna may take being a teacher quite easily. 15. Identify the statement that is untrue about career planning. A. The academe may hone how the students choose their career paths. B. Family is a factor to consider in choosing career paths. C. Personal strengths and weaknesses are consulted in identifying career paths. D. All statements are wrong. Now that you already have a full grasp on planning your career and making informed decisions, you are now ready to explore career options further. Whereas planning and assessing your career pathway are stringent processes, not to mention these may dictate your success in achieving your personal and professional goals, it is, too, salient that you consider career options that may be best suited to your goals and look into various factors that may assist you in your career development. To do so, it is requisite that you become familiar with the available career options offered by the Department of Education, which is an initial stage in being accustomed to career development. Thus, as a preliminary activity, assess yourself as to where your leaning is when it comes to various factors that you may refer to in choosing the right career for you. At the very onset of the K-12 curriculum, the Department of Education has provided career pathways that secondary students might pursue as a strategy to prepare them for their planned careers. According to an enclosure in DepEd Memorandum No. 149, Series 2011, the following are the career pathways. 1. Science and Technology or Engineering and Science Education Program. 2. Special Program in Journalism. 3. Technology and Livelihood Education. 4. Home Economics. Foods and food services include beauty care, clothing and textile, home management business, health care and support services, and related crafts. 5. Industrial arts consists of automotive technology, civil technology, drafting, electrical technology, electronics, metalworks, handicraft, refrigeration, and air conditioning. 6. Information and communication technology such as photo editing, desktop publishing, web page design, programming, data management, computer assembly, and maintenance and troubleshooting. 7. Agriculture and fishery like plant production, animal production, and fish production. 8. Special program in sports including athletics, arnis, badminton, basketball, baseball/softball, chess, football, gymnastics, sepak takraw, swimming, table tennis, taekwondo, tennis, and volleyball. 9. Special program in the arts comprised of visual arts, music, vocal and instrumental, media arts, theater arts, creative writing, and dance. 10. Special program in foreign language, although a student can always choose the career pathway he/she desires. There are certain factors that need to be looked into in ensuring that an individual has a bigger percentage in achieving his/her goals over failing to do so. The Education Department provides a wide array of career options in order for the students to avoid career mismatch and eventually unemployment. As reported by the Philippine Statistics Authority, PSA, the January 2020 labor force survey reflected that the country's youth labor participation rate jumped from 35.9% in January 2019 to 37.4% this year in the same period. There is also a slight deduction from last year's 14.2% to this year's 13.6% unemployment rate among youth. Meanwhile, underemployment from the youth population also went down from 2019's 14.6% to 2020's 12.5%. Though the LFS shows fairly performing youth labor data this year, there has to have a consistent push from different sectors in order to fully minimize the unemployment and underemployment remainders that transpired in the survey. There are different considerations that affect an individual when it comes to deciding how you act toward achieving your personal goals. Although people are distinct in their goals and are different in achieving so, there are similar concepts and factors that you always have to look into when it comes to career development. In this module, you will be given an introduction to the 3 career development concepts and numerous factors that you have to pay attention to for you to be able to achieve a more informed decision in choosing the best career for you. One of the career development concepts is Bandura's social cognitive theory. The social cognitive theory of Albert Bandura elaborates on self-efficacy, an individual's characteristic where a person performs at a certain level of work according to his/her confidence to accomplish a task. This confidence is an outcome of someone's past activities, experiences, and accomplishments where he/she develops a certain level of performance. The concept of self-efficacy in social cognitive theory acknowledges that an individual perceives reality and that this perception may be a greater determinant of performance than the objective reality itself. The term self-efficacy was first coined by psychologist Albert Bandura, 1977, a Canadian-American psychologist and a professor at Stanford University. He originally proposed the concept, in his own words, as a personal judgment of how well one can execute courses of action required to deal with prospective situations. Albert Bandura states individuals develop their self-efficacy beliefs by interpreting information from four main sources of influence. 1. Mastery experiences, performance outcomes. The most influential source is the interpreted result of one's previous performance or mastery experience. When talking about mastery experiences, this refers to the experiences one gains when one takes on a new challenge and are successful at doing so. One of the best proven ways to learn a new skill or to improve one's performance in a given activity is by practicing. 2. Vicarious experiences, social role models. The second important source of self-efficacy is the vicarious experiences provided by social models. Vicarious experiences involve observing other people successfully completing a task. Social role models including older siblings, older friends, camp counselors, parents, aunts and uncles, grandparents, teachers, coaches, and employers. 3. Social persuasion. Receiving positive verbal feedback while undertaking a complex task persuades a person to believe that they have the skills and capabilities to succeed. 4. Emotional and physiological states. The emotional, physical, and psychological well-being of a person can influence how they feel about their personal abilities in a particular situation. Super's career development theory. Donald Super's theory postulates that a person undergoes several stages in career development. Synthesizing into 5, Super outlines 5 developmental stages that occur in the career development of an individual. Growth, around 4 to 13, children develop their wants, capacities, behavior, socialization skills, and general view of the world. Exploration, 14 to 24, people try to find themselves in the world by identifying their hobbies, groups, and experiences. In this stage, they identify tentative choices until they reach their permanent occupation. Establishment, 25 to 44, individuals are set to their appropriate positions but still strive for advancement. Maintenance, 45 to 65, people proceed to continual adjustments, challenging themselves to explore better grounds. They try to update their competencies and innovate ways by which they can approach their field of work. Disengagement, over 65, people start to disengage themselves from the workforce. They concentrate on retirement planning and retirement living. Holland's theory of vocational choice. Proposed by John L. Holland, this theory emphasizes the relationship between personality and the world of work. Essentially, the theory of vocational personalities in the work environment discusses that an individual looks for an environment that is attached to his/her personality, personal characteristics, and view of the world. In a nutshell, the theory explicitly identifies that the more related the personal orientation of a person is to his or her chosen career, the higher the degree of satisfaction and persistence is seen in his/her performance. John Holland's theory of career choice, Ryasek, maintains that in choosing a career, people prefer jobs where they can be around others who are like them. They search for environments that will let them use their skills and abilities and express their attitudes and values while taking on enjoyable problems and roles. Behavior is determined by an interaction between personality and environment. Holland's theory is centered on the notion that most people fit into one of 6 personality types: realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. Recently, the Department of Education released Memorandum No. 169, Series 2018, in support of the implementation of the Grade 12 Career Guidance Program, wherein it enumerated several factors to consider in career pathways. An individual may be intrinsically or extrinsically motivated depending upon the strength of influences numerous factors pound on him/her. Although there are more specific factors available in different books, the Department of Education classified these factors into 3. Students' personal preferences and idiosyncrasies play a vital factor in career development. His/her self-assessment contributes to his/her career choice, hence personal decision-making. As discussed in the preceding modules, personality traits develop one's way of thinking and acting, directing an individual to choose a career option he/she finds himself/herself best for. Experiences in the educational platform also serve as a factor in career development as students' competencies are challenged yet honed in schools. Students create a huge sense of evaluation within themselves by checking and reviewing their academic performances. By so doing, there is clear assistance on their strengths and weaknesses which they may use in choosing and developing a career they think is suited to them. Since humans are social in nature and people are at times influenced by their surroundings, leaning toward a certain career path may be affected by familial factors. Having that said so, some students may anchor their decisions on the environment to which they grew up or where they are exposed to. For instance, one may decide that she would rather want to be an engineer because she saw how successful her parents who are engineers themselves. One may also prefer to take a career that is suited to the budget of the family as suggested by her parents. Or, a student may also be forced to choose a career path she does not desire just because her family members force her to take so. Students' personal insights on their work values serve as a factor in choosing a career path and achieving personal goals. Work values are your principles and ideas that are related to your career. These cover honesty, service, self-respect, respect for others, peace, and success. Besides, personality types are also factors to consider in identifying career options. One of the ways to identify your personality is by using the ENFP personality type code. These mean the following: extroversion motivation comes from the outside and you are fond of interactions, intuition possibilities in the future are given heavy consideration because you can sense evidence more than the five senses can provide you, feeling decisions are accounted for by consulting your feelings and values. Perceiving planning is not considered because you take spontaneity and flexibility as your strongest edge. It is also important to take note of your interests when identifying your career. Since it is difficult to thrive in a workplace where you are not passionate about, you have to ensure that your career choice is inclined to your interests in order for the tasks to be lighter, to be enjoyable at that. Lastly, aptitudes are also a factor to take a look into in choosing a career. Accurately identifying your aptitudes may give you wider opportunities to fit yourself in your career choice. Since no shoes fit all feet, you have to think and rethink whether your aptitude is what your career choice requires or your career choice is what your aptitude is suited to. The long list of factors in choosing a career may increase the precision in recognizing the apt career for you. That said, it is also noteworthy that a wrong career choice may lead to certain complications that may impede someone's growth, leading to compromise the welfare of the whole company. Published in edunote.com, the website outlined 3 major effects of job discontent in its article entitled 8 Causes of Job Dissatisfaction. 1. Loss of motivation, lack of interest or frustration. An individual may lose the zest and enthusiasm in working when she feels that the career culture where she is into is not where she should be. 2. Poor productivity or absenteeism. As a debilitating effect of wrong career choice, a person may partially or totally waste time and money as she may not want to perform in the career any longer. 3. High turnover rates. When a company has failed to assess its employees and motivate them in such a way that they would individually contribute to the growth of the institution, employees resigning one by one may eventually result in high turnover rates. Now, let us do another activity. Activity 1.1 Read and React. Title: Some employers see risk in hiring K-12 grads. Job Street, Manila. Some employers are unwilling to hire K-12 graduates, seeing the lack of a 4-year degree as a risk, a job recruitment website said. Only 24% of employers were willing to hire K-12 graduates, 35% were unwilling, and 41% were undecided, according to a JobStreet.com poll of 503 company representatives in February. The study does not prove that college graduates are better workers compared to K-12 graduates, but shows that those who earn degrees have more chances in landing a job in the Philippines. JobStreet.com Philippines country manager, Philip Joka, told reporters. Another survey released by the Philippine Business for Education in March showed only 1 out of 5 companies are open and ready to accept senior high school graduates. Employers, perceive it as a risk, Joka said. Employers do not have proof that K-12 graduates are more productive, more efficient than college graduates, Joka said. Most employers who are unwilling to hire K-12 graduates are in small and medium enterprises. He said, these businesses have very lean staffing, so they want to be very sure about who they get. He said, employers see that applicant who spent 4 more years in school have more knowledge, more experience. He said, more employers may be willing to hire senior high school graduates next year if they see that K-12 graduates can be as productive as college degree holders, he said. Processing questions. 1. As a student under the K-12 curriculum, what do you think are the strengths that can help you increase your employability? 2. What can you say about the perception of some employers that hiring K-12 graduates would be a risk? 3. What is your most important takeaway from the article? Activity 1.2 Discern and Decide. It is said that there are always 2 sides to a coin. Through this activity, your analytical thinking skill will be challenged because you have to realize the two sides of each career development concept discussed in this module. Write the positive implications, pros, and struggles, cons, that you as an individual realizes from the enumerated concepts. Your answers may come from your experiences, observations, and beliefs as a K-12 students. You are given an example for guidance. Activity 1.3 Will at Wheel. A big part of achieving your personal goals is visualizing and realizing the factors that are important to you. Through this activity, you will have a clearer view of your personal goals when it comes to your chosen or planned career option. By drawing a pie graph, indicate which of the career development factors and other factors discussed in this module are of heavier importance for you than the other factors. You may use electronic applications to create your graph, or you may technically draw your output as you desire. Remember, it is not necessary to include all factors if you think some are not suitable for you. It is also not necessary to stick with the traditional design of a pie graph, as you are given the liberty to be creative in this activity. Example is given. Now, write your pie graph here. As mentioned at the beginning of this module, you may have personal concepts that may be strengthened or modified by going through this lesson. By using the chart below, write your most essential takeaway from the module. Summarize the lesson by using the legend below as your guide. I thought write one misconception about career options that was clarified to you through this module, but now write your new realization about your I thought. Therefore write your plan in concretizing your but now. Because write your very reason for choosing the plan you indicated in your therefore. While it is true that one has to be always aware of his/her career plans, she should also be keen on observing social issues in the society she lives in. In this activity, your critical and creative thinking skills will be tested because you will be asked to take a photo that depicts a social issue about choosing the correct career option. Tips: your photo has to have a human element in it, be ethical in all aspects, and focused on one or more societal problems regarding Filipinos' career choices. Explore styles in photography/photojournalism. The photos may tolerate minor alterations and must carry a caption with them. The output must be sent through the most convenient means available. Follow the format in captioning. Let us answer the multiple choice test. Choose the letter of the best answer. Write the chosen letter on a separate sheet of paper. 1. One of the reasons that students are guided in their career blank at the secondary level is to ensure that they would contribute to the employment force of the country later on. A. Mismatch, B. Unemployment, C. Goals, D. Underemployment. 2. It is a career development concept that discusses the relationship between a person's view of his competence towards the tasks given to him/her. A. Bandura's social cognitive theory, B. Super's career development theory, C. Holland's theory of vocational choice, D. Rowe's subsequent development theory. 3. It includes the skills of a person, which can be effectively used in identifying a career option. A. Aptitudes, B. Interests, C. Work values, D. Personality types. 4. When an employee is satisfied with his/her career, she is sooner frustrated in his/her career and finally loses his/her motivation. A. True, B. False. 5. Which is not included in the familial factor in career development. A. Upbringing, B. Biases, C. Educational background, D. External influences. 6. In January 2020, there was a sudden elevation in the employment rate in the country according to the Philippine Statistics Authority. A. True, B. False. 7. In ENFP personality type code, N stands for A. Notoriety, B. Introspection, C. Nuance, D. Intuition. 8. Turnover rate means A. The rate of employees staying in the company, B. The rate of employees growing in the company, C. The rate of employees enjoying in the company, D. The rate of employees leaving the company. 9. The following are subfactors in work values, except A. Self-respect, B. Honesty, C. Service, D. Interests. 10. This refers to the internal influences a person might consider in choosing the desired career path. A. Spiritual, B. Academic, C. Familial, D. Personal. 11. DepEd Memorandum No. 149, Series 2011 outlines the career pathways that students may take in secondary. If a student is inclined toward visual arts, music, media arts, theater arts, creative writing, and dance. Which career pathway is she probably taking in senior high school? A. Special program in journalism, B. Special program in foreign language, C. Special program in the arts, D. Special program in sports. 12. Identify one correct statement. A. In order to choose the correct career, a student must consult personal considerations. B. In order to choose the correct career, a student must not consult personal considerations. C. In order to choose the correct career, a student must avoid personal considerations. D. In order to choose the correct career, a student must ignore personal considerations. 13. Claring does not always see future events that may hinder her performance in her career. Most of the time, she fails to plan ahead on how to deal with unfortunate circumstances that may come over. According to personality types factors, what could be the strength of Claring in career development? A. Claring may be spontaneous and flexible. B. Claring may not quit his work. C. Claring may be good in outlining. D. Claring may be enthusiastic and energetic. 14. Ruben has always been wanting to become a teacher since he was a child. Growing up, his interests, hobbies, and experiences were all aligned to becoming a teacher. When Ruben went to college, he took a Bachelor of Secondary Education and eventually graduated. What may not happen to Ruben once he already taught in school? A. Ruben may perform well in being a teacher. B. Ruben may poorly perform in her chosen career. C. Ruben may become an outstanding teacher. D. Ruben may take being a teacher quite easily. 15. Identify one correct statement. A. The academe may not hone how the students choose their career paths. B. Family is not a factor to consider in choosing career paths. C. Personal strengths and weaknesses are not consulted in identifying career paths. E. All statements are wrong. Additional activities. Conduct a short survey consisting of 20 persons. Ask your respondents, if you were an employer, what are the 5 most outstanding characteristics that you will look for in an employee? The survey may be conducted through social media messaging applications or by personally asking your respondents. For visual presentation, rank the 10 most popular responses that you will harvest from your respondents. Afterward, write a 1-paragraph reflection in relation to the top answers of your respondents. Here are the answer keys. Thank you so much, my dear students, for staying with me. We are now done with Module 27. Stay tuned for Module 28 entitled, Identifying Career Options Leading to Attaining One's Personal Goal. Again, this is Ma'am Neri, saying to do great work is to love what you do. If you have not found it yet, keep going. Don't settle. Bye for now.